Joined now by head Blue Raider baseball coach Jim McGuire. Coach, you talked earlier this week about your players really working counts after just seeing 10, 12 pitches in an inning against Memphis. They really produced here this weekend.
They did. I mean, we bounced back after a really tough midweek series with Memphis. Did not play well, did not swing the bat at all. You know, and we had to get it back going again. We had to get our focus back, concentration back on what we do as a team offensively. And, you know, we had to bunt a little bit more this weekend to move some guys around, but some guys got some big hits, got on base when we needed them to, and it was just a good team weekend all the way around.
Pitching much improved this weekend as well. Freebus throws a shutout. 2 hits just here today, or excuse me, 4 hits today, 2 hits in the game yesterday. What's working for your guys?
Well, I mean, I think it's been important that as their confidence level builds and our confidence level in them builds, I think that means a lot. And, you know, we extended Freebus a little bit longer yesterday, but everything worked out and kind of fell into place. And playing 7-inning games is very difficult. We just got finished playing, and so you have to manage those games a little differently with your bullpen, and you got to get somebody in there quickly just in case something happens, because it can blow up on you in a hurry. And but our bullpen was very, very solid, did a good job, and that's what it comes down to, is finding the right pieces of the puzzle and using them that way. And I think we've done a good job of it. And we didn't pitch that bad in Memphis. We really didn't, so I wasn't that worried about what our pitching staff would do. I was worried how we'd hit. So that part came together. But again, when a bad thing happened, somebody else picked it up, and that's what this game's all about. If you can do that, you can have success.
Your team dropped 4 or 5 last week. Huge rebound as they get the series sweep going into conference play against the Blazers. What's this doing for your confidence heading into next week?
Well, it's a big lift for sure. I mean, I don't know if those 5 games we could have been a whole lot worse with what we were doing offensively. And, so it came around. And again, I'm not saying we swung it unbelievable this weekend. We didn't, but we got the hits when they counted. And in the conference games, I mean, you're going to see great pitching every time you go out. So the Iowa series and the Memphis series, I think, helped prepare us for that, just like the Belmont series will this week going into Florida Atlantic. So I think that's the most important thing. We just got to keep seeing that type of pitching and adjust to what they're doing, and not be stubborn and just try to do what we want to do, but be able to adjust to what they're doing. And again, that's where the success comes from.
And with Cooper Kessler coming back, do you expect him to be in the rotation soon, or are you going to see him remain in the bullpen for a little while longer?
It's going to take him a little while. I mean, 2 innings today was probably pushing him as much as we could go. We'll gradually build him up. He won't pitch in the midweek, and we'll get him ready for next weekend, and we might be able to be in a 2, 3, 4 inning stint with him next weekend, and then we'll gradually go. And we'll have to see what the other starting pitching does too. And if Hoffman can keep doing what he's doing, and then we get Ring going, or Sam, whichever way that it goes, I think that gives us another option from that end. And we're not forgetting about Heath Slatton. I mean, he pitched well, I thought, on Tuesday at Memphis. He'll start the game at Belmont on Tuesday, and give him another opportunity to see what he can do. So the third starting spot is still a little bit up in the air as far as where we go, but it's great to get Kessler back in there, and things really fell into place where we could get him in, where he only had to go 2 innings, and I thought he did a great job when he had the opportunity.
You've shifted your lineup around just a little bit here and there over the past week. Are you kind of settling into more of a everyday lineup that you're comfortable with, or is it just kind of depending on who's pitching that day?
A little bit depends on who's pitching, but it also depends on health too. Dustin Delgado's banged up, and we tried to DH him the first game and then had to just sit him the second game. I mean, it's just not fair to him to keep trying to run him out there when he's not healthy. And, so that has to shuffle your lineup around when that happens, because he's at the top of the lineup, either leading off or hitting, 1, 2, or 3 is where we see him. And without him, then some other guys have to step up and get up there and go. But, the things that Brad Giroux and Ronnie Jabavi have done over the last 2 or 3 weeks and moving them to the top part of the lineup, I think has been huge for us. They're off to really good starts, both of them are, and they're kind of our catalyst at the top right now, which they've settled in. And when we started opening day, one was hitting 7, one was hitting 9, and now they're hitting either 2, 3, or 1, 3. So we'll get the middle of the lineup, we'll get going a little bit. Once we can get that, I think we can be a very solid team offensively. And but we're settling in with the guys at the top. We'll get the middle going a little more, and the guys at the bottom, had big days yesterday. Kevin Dupree, Caleb King hits the home run, and you got to get some production out of the bottom at times. And, we just need to have that well-rounded lineup from top to bottom, that we're not just dependent on the middle to get it done. We got to get it done with other parts of the lineup, and we did that this weekend.
That's head coach Jim McGuire of your Blue Raiders as they sweep the Blazers here at Reese Smith Jr. Field. Here with starting Blue Raider pitcher Nate Hoffman, today's winner. Nate, 5 scoreless frames, just 1 hit. What was working for you today?
Really just getting ahead in the counts, and when you can throw your off-speed pitches for strikes, that makes a world of a difference and just opens you up to a lot more of what you can do. And just got that going for me. Got my kind of cutter slider working for me definitely in the second inning. So when I got that going and get out of big innings, you can throw those pitches for strikes in big spots and get out of it.
Last 5 games were a little bit rough. What was the message that pitching coach Davis had for you guys?
Really just get ahead with the fastball, command it. We're going to work both sides of the plate and really just not try to do too much. Just really get ahead and trust your stuff.
You started this season in the bullpen. You got the save the first weekend series against Jacksonville. What's it like starting instead of coming out of the bullpen now?
I definitely, I like it because I can get in a routine. I know what I'm doing every day. But in the end, it's the same thing. It's pitching, it's making pitches, and it's really not a whole lot different. But I like it. It's good. It feels good.
We're here with senior center fielder Ronnie Jabavi. Ronnie, big weekend for you as the Blue Raiders sweep the Blazers here at Reese Smith Jr. Field. On base 5 times yesterday, and the game big win yesterday, and today on base several times again. What's working for you today?
Just getting pitches to hit and seeing the ball up, and just doing the best I can to just make solid contact.
Coach McGuire switched the lineup around a little bit this week after only scoring 1 or fewer runs in the last 4 or 5 games. What was working for you guys today? McGuire talked a lot about working counts, and it seemed like you guys were really doing that this weekend.
Yeah, we just try to go back to the approach that we had at the beginning of the season whenever we were putting up runs. Just getting in hitters' counts, seeing the pitches that you want to hit, and just taking your hacks at them.
You guys dropped 4 or 5 coming into this series against UAB. You sweep the Blazers starting conference play. What does that do for your momentum going forward?
It definitely boosts us up a little bit. It doesn't get better than that, and then only letting up 2 runs by the pitchers, and then I hope they can just carry it out and we can keep hitting.
Are you comfortable hitting in that 3 spot?
Yeah, I'll hit anywhere that helps the team win.
That's senior center fielder Ronnie Jabavi. For GoBlueRaiders.com, I'm Jake Rose.